Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In the previous video, I have discussed about JavaScript functions which are most useful in React.js development, like map function, filter function, and how we destructure, and how we use arrays, and how we use rest operator, and how we use spread operator, and few other things. So in this video, I'll discuss about the components. So we have four types of components in React.js, which is class component, functional component, pure component, and higher order component. Okay, now let's see how to create a class component here. So we already created a function component in the part 1 video. This is how we create a function component by declaring the function name and using the function keyword. And we can also create a arrow function over here. To create arrow function, use this variable declaration for the function name and equals and then arrow. This is called a arrow function. So mostly arrow functions are used in one line written statement, like here I'm creating one example. So I have an addition function which is number a and b is also a number. So here I'm just returning a plus b. So this is called arrow function, which is used in one line, and we are returning just a plus b. This is addition. It's not performing anything else. This in this case, arrow function is most useful. So let's create a class component now. To create a class component, we have to import the component from React library. So to create a class component, we have to use the keyword class and now function name which extends the component. So here we have to export this component similarly how we did for function component. So in order to export in function component, we will export like this, but in class component we have to export like this way. We can export the class component. So you can observe that we have returned HTML block inside the function component directly, but in class component we cannot return directly. We have to use render method. Inside the render method we can return HTML block. Now let's run and see how this works. So I started the application. Now you can see h1 element is binded over there. So now let's create properties for this. So I'll discuss more about properties in the next video, but let's create properties as of now using an interface. So I have a interface with the properties of num1, which is number, num2, which is also a number, and result, which is also a number. So now let's import this props. Okay, now I have imported this props. Let's create a constructor to access this properties. So every class component will have a constructor which is here accessing with the super function. Now this dot state. So I'm initializing the num1 num2 result with a 0 value. Now let's use this variables inside the render method. For that we have to create a variable. So I am creating 3 variables at a time: num1, num2 result. So this is used from state. Okay, so this is expecting props actually. So first one is this is interface and this is props. So we are already passing the props in the constructor. So here we are declaring empty and this is the interface. So here I am able to access the num1, num2, num3 and result. Let's see. Let's create an input boxes over there and just I will create addition. So here I created a num1 with input type of number, which is accessing on change method, which is having a parameter of event. From this event I'm taking the target value and assigning to the state of num1, and here I'm assigning to the num2 state, and here I'm assigning the result to the state. I'm assigning the result state from addition of num1 plus num2. So let's bind the result over here. So I'm binding the result after taking from this result state. So let's observe this project is already running. Now let's see how the result will come. You can see the addition result is coming. So this is how we create a class component here. Okay, now let's see what is pure function is. Pure function is going to return output always same. It is not going to change any behavior inside the function. So let's create a function which is named as hello. So I'm creating props. So I'm returning this h1 tag with a hello props.name. So here if I use this one, hello name John. Okay, now let's see the output, how it is coming. You can see hello John, but if I change this parameter to Cooper, so it will come Cooper. So we are not changing any function behavior here. We are using the same function many times. We can use this function anywhere we want. It can be reusable. So this is called a pure function. Okay, now let's see what is higher order component is. Higher order component which accepts parameter as a component. So it used to reuse the logic of a component. So most cases we use this for saving logs and authentication, authorization uh, types of solutions. So let's create the HOC component first. With log I'm creating. I would like to log the functionality, so that's why I'm using this log. This will be wrapped component, so this wrapped component will be returned here. We have to return a function over here, return function enhanced component. So here I'm logging something and returning wrapped component with props. So if I want to add one extra prop before sending it to wrapped component, we can do that. Enhanced prop, let name, just give test name. So here we pass enhanced props. Now let's create actual function which is I'm creating as hello. So I'm just returning hello world. So this is a HOC component and this is a normal component. So now let's create enhanced component. So this is enhanced hello enhanced component. Now let's return this enhanced component in our actual component. Return enhanced hello. Now we have to export default actual component. So in the app.tsx we have to update this to actual component. Now we don't need of this. Let's check our project is already working. So you can see hello world is came. You can also see the props also getting binded here. Let me print the props. Now you can see props are rendered. We have to pass enhanced props. Now you can see props are coming over here, which is we are all passing to the enhanced component. This is how the HOC component will be created. So we are first creating a HOC component, and we are creating a normal component, which what we have to do, and we are returning in the actual component.